Outside a building in East Austin may look run down, but there is more to it. Used to be a safe haven for Austin's black community during segregation.
Tomorrow, the city's going to host a community open house for the Montopolis Negro School. It's a chance for you to learn about the history and the effort to preserve it. KXAN's Candy Rodriguez spoke with those leading the cause.
Surrounded by weeds, topped with rust, and enclosed by a fence, the Montopolis Negro School sits near the corner of Montopolis Drive and El Miranda Street in East Austin. The history of the school dates back to the late 1800s, but following a major flood in 1935, the original building, sitting on what is now Highway 183, was destroyed. Thanks to St. Edward's Baptist Church donating land to Travis County and a 2-room Army barrack from Camp Swift, the school had a new home and building.
It's not a museum display, it's the real deal.
Montopolis native Dr. Fred McGee is working to preserve the school's history.
I want my children to have some sense of what it was like to go to a one-room schoolhouse where one overworked, underpaid teacher using cast-off books has to teach dozens of children in one room while the children's parents are off in the fields working as sharecroppers.
Following the desegregation of schools, the Montopolis School closed and the building was transformed to operate as the Montopolis Church of Christ for a couple of years before sitting vacant until around 6 years ago when a developer had plans to demolish the historic site. McGee says the community rallied, calling on the city to take action. In 2019, the city eventually acquired the property through eminent domain.
It's become more important than it ever has been for us not just to save historic structures, but specifically historic properties and communities of color that are experiencing rates of displacement and gentrification that are really hard to wrap your head around.
Today, the city and community are ready to work together to ensure the story behind this piece of Montopolis history isn't forgotten and can be turned into
something that can not just entertain, but educate and inspire.
Last year, the city and nonprofit Austin Parks Foundation earmarked $150,000 of Austin city limits funding for the school, specifically to develop a plan. Those at the Park and Rec Department say they plan to start those efforts this upcoming spring. In the meantime, McGee and other community members seek historic landmarking for the school. Tomorrow morning's open house will start at 10. I'll have those details posted on our website at KXAN.com. Guys, back to you.
What an asset Dr. McGee is to this community as well, Candy. Thank you for that.